EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Throwing now on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Finds Nakua on the slant. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. The motion man is Nakua. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Not much space developing. He'll get to about the 14 this time. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send Edwards in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly. Okay.
To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter.
Ravens 7, Falcons nothing.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. The drive stays alive. They got 23 yards on 4th down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven 1st down. Back to the air. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down. Now it is 1st and goal. Back to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board. Point after, coming up here. He gets it to go, and the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Ravens 20, Falcons nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and goal.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. The catch made by Nakua. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The motion man is Nakua. They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. From the 6, here comes a return. Great coverage there by the kick team. He's down inside the 10-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception.